Hey there, it's Brendan, and in my role at fynk, I speak to lots of attorneys, procurement professionals, and executives who struggle to keep track of if they should be looking at contract underscore version 2, or underscore version 3, or version 7, or underscore final, underscore final, underscore final, underscore v3. And there's lots of tools in the market that can help you manage this version chaos so you can keep track of what's the draft you should actually be looking at. But organizing these versions is a band-aid on the real problem because most of the time in contract negotiations, it's a lot like playing a game of ping pong. One party gets the contract, they mark it up, they add their red lines, and when they're done looking at the whole contract, they send it to the other party who does the same thing. They look at all the red lines that were added, they add their own markup, and once they're done with the whole document, they send it back. And the contract keeps ping-ponging back and forth, until finally the ball falls off one side of the table or the other, and one party wins the point. At fynk, we want to bring in an era of collaborative negotiation, one that's not about trying to win the point, but rather about getting both sides rowing together in the same direction towards a finalized agreement as quickly as possible. So what does that look like? Well, with fynk, rather than one side having the pen at any particular time, both sides get access to the contract together. Now, of course, your party still holds final edit rights, but the counterparty can make their suggestions. And you can review them before the counterparty has finished looking at the whole document. So if the counterparty makes a suggestion like, hey, we want to update the payment terms, we're okay with this, we can go ahead and accept this. We don't need to wait for the other party to finish everything before they get that notification that we're happy with this term. If we want to ask questions internally before we accept another change, for example, a change in governing law where we might not have any attorneys who are experienced in that jurisdiction, we can make these internal question comments. And as we see here, we do have somebody who might be suitable to cover this. And so maybe we will go ahead and accept this. At the same time, the other party, you'll see, gets all their pieces, can see that these suggestions they've made have been accepted, and before they're done reviewing the rest. So maybe they've got one more to suggest. We'll add here, send this back over, and you see, again, updated right away. And we'd say, Carol, pretty frequently, we're not stingy, just want to leave it to the individual business units to negotiate. There we are, question answered. And now, as long as Carol is all right with this, she can say, we'll resolve this and start the signing process. So you see, with fynk, rather than both parties hitting it back and forth, you can do it collaboratively at the same time, getting everybody rowing together towards making that agreement faster. And when everybody's doing that same direction, getting the contract done quicker, that means you don't run into delays that compromise potential strategic acquisition timelines. You don't run into delays that see deals pushed out into the subsequent quarter, causing you to miss your forecast or to lose a discount that a vendor's offering for getting something in on time. So I guess the question I have is, what will be the difference in your business to getting these contracts negotiated and signed more quickly?